Looking to grow your green thumb? Well, today we're back at First Priority Garden Center, a full-service stop for everything from easy houseplants to pollinator-friendly blooms. Let's dig into summer plant care and tips to help your garden thrive.
Basic care, be mindful of the type of lighting that you have in your home. Some plants are going to want bright light while others will prefer lower light settings, but there are options for all those light options. As far as watering, you never want to overwater a houseplant. It's much easier to bring back a houseplant that has been underwatered than overwatered. For beginner enthusiasts, I would encourage trying options like the pothos, and that's the marble queen right here. The great thing about pothos is that it's such a forgiving plant. It will grow profusely. It's easy to take clippings from them and propagate for new plants, and you get a bunch of different other options. They do come in a bunch of different varieties. So I've got the Pearl Enjoy, the Marble Queen, and the Snow Queen on this hand right here, as well as the Golden Pothos if you were looking just for a straight green foliage. We also have snake plants, which also come in many different varieties. They don't like to be watered, very, very simple plants to take care of. And one last good option is gonna be the Monstera. If you want a really loud, big plant, this is a great option. It mostly wants medium to bright light and does really well in a nice big living room or corner of your house. It's a great statement plant.
It's summertime, or almost there. Thankfully, we had a very cool spring. So now that heat is gonna pick up, and then being in Columbia, South Carolina, we're kind of in a bowl, so that heat just kind of beats down on us. So if it affects us, it's gonna affect our plants as well. So that's gonna bring you to how often should I water? So a lot of our summer color that we like to use in our homes is our hanging baskets. So a lot of our Vinca, Calibrachoa, and Purslane, even though they are heat tolerant, that also does not mean that they're not susceptible to heat as well. So being in a basket that dries out relatively quickly, so in the summertime when it's 90 to above, you're gonna wanna water maybe 2 times a day, and sometimes even more depending. So watering in the morning is the best thing to do. That way the plant has enough time to absorb that water and get into its system before the heat of the day. Heat is a stressor, of course, and the plants go through a natural blooming cycle. So sometimes heat can affect that, where they go through a period of where they need to rest and kind of reclaim their energy. So fertilizer kind of helps boost and give them that nutrients they need to continue a more faster blooming cycle. So the ones we recommend are blooming and rooting. It has a high middle number, which is phosphorus, that is good for promoting more blooms. And then we also do have 20-20-20, which is kind of an all-purpose for things that bloom as well, but not as often, and it's also good for your houseplants. Now's the time that you can start fertilizing them regularly, so usually about once a month with that 20-20-20.
Pollinators, they're generally any insects that would visit your garden and enjoy any of the perennials or the annuals that you might have there. Things like butterflies, things like bees, hummingbirds, hummingbird moths, many things like that. The pollinator months are around June and through the rest of the season. That's when a lot of annuals and perennials have really popped and shown their color. I've got a couple here to show. Really popular zinnia, large, beautiful zinnia. We also have marigolds and some pentas, things that just butterflies just devour, absolutely adore. And some other options, perennial options over here. Black-eyed Susan, a really wonderful one. And these are all things that'll bloom through the warm months and just keep attracting more and more bees, butterflies, dragonflies, and the like. Some things to be mindful of when planting all of your perennials and your annuals with the idea of attracting pollinators. Things like marigold will attract desirable pollinators like butterflies and like bees, but they will deter other things like squash bug, things that you might not really want to be in your garden. And also it'd be really beneficial to diversify the kinds of things that you are planting in your garden beds, whether it's going to be in a potted arrangement or in a garden space. Plant many different kinds of things. Plant other annuals, bring the colors together. Different colors attract different pollinators, and a diverse palette of flowers, perennials, annuals will really attract a large variety of pollinators to your garden and create a lot of interest throughout the rest of the season as well.
We are a full landscape service. We don't sub out anything from whether it be irrigation, retaining walls, paver patios, pergolas. We do it all. We pride ourselves in providing our clients a one-stop shop for all of their landscape and gardening needs. I was able to get this garden center back in August of last year, of 2024, through a mutual friend that I knew, Mr. Rick Woodley. He gave me the opportunity to purchase this facility and bring my business, my landscape business, to Columbia, South Carolina, where we can provide services more on this side of town and really work on the passion that I have of landscape designing and consulting and educating clients. Come to 1067 Woodley's Way, come check us out. We got great talented staff here. We can educate you on things that you need to plant, things you shouldn't plant, whether it work for you, whether you're in full sun, shade, wet, clay soils. Just come in and talk to us and we'll help you out. What I want them to walk away here is with education first, right? I want them to know that whatever plant or whatever landscape service they decide is the best fit for their landscape. I don't want them to feel pushed. I want them to feel encouraged. We don't want to push or sell on anybody. We just want to inform you and help you make a right decision. We're located in Columbia, South Carolina at 1067 Woodley's Way. We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, thegardencentersc.net, fpls.landscaping. You can check us out there. Thank you for everybody that's been supporting First Priority Garden Center. We're glad to be a part of your landscape family. We're looking forward to grow with y'all